Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Trotta, and I'm just going to cover a little bit about the Algebra 1A course. I want to make sure you know as much as you can with what information I have right now. Let's start with some of the important websites, and I'm going to talk about each of them. Schoology is the most important, followed by Alex. Zoom will also be important. That's an app that you're going to need. Edpuzzle, which is going to require you to sign up for an account, as well as YouTube. So these are all the things that are going to be part of Algebra 1A this year. So let's start talking about Schoology. For Schoology, first off, it's not Schoology, it's Schoology. All the assignments for Algebra 1A will be located in Schoology. I'm going to put everything in folders so that you can find things a little bit easier. So I'll set up folders for every week as well as what we have to do each day. Grades will be posted on Schoology for now. Eventually things should be transferring over to Sapphire, but for now I'm just going to keep everything over in Schoology, make it easier for everyone to see their grades. It also is a great way for you to contact me. If you have questions about anything, you can just click on my name, send me a message, and it's easy for me to respond. Another way could be through email, but I know a lot of you don't use that much, or your email address doesn't seem like anything school related, so I'd focus on Schoology for now. Alex assignments. We're going to be using a website called Alex a little bit later in the year. We're still waiting for our accounts to be set up. Alex is a computerized way of you solving problems, looking up help on videos that are provided for you, and it's a really good resource that allows us to track what you understand, what you don't understand, and then I can see as a whole group what things I need to work on for the whole class as well as for you individually. Alex, the assignments that you're going to be working on for Algebra 1A are going to be knowledge checks. Knowledge checks see what you know and what you don't know, kind of what I just talked about. You start the year off with an initial knowledge check, and that just shows the program what you know. I will mention it when you go to take that, but the most important thing is that you take that seriously. If you go through and just start clicking on random answers, it's going to give you a really low score because it thinks you don't know anything. And then when you go to start doing things, you're going to be like, why am I learning this? I already know this. Well, if you knew it, then you would show it in the initial knowledge check. So I'll talk more about that another time. There's also going to be monthly knowledge checks. And what that does is every month it's going to show you the topics that you've learned and wants to make sure you still remember how to do them. And you'll get a grade based on those. You'll also have daily assignments. The daily assignments on there, the format will be that there will be a video on Schoology, me teaching you how to do the topic, and then you answering questions on Alex. There'll also be assessments. So every couple weeks I may say, all right, let's have an assessment on all the topics I've covered on Alex and see how you do on that. And then there also is going to be a weekly topic goal. So for those of you that have been in Alex before, there's this thing called Follow Your Path, and that allows you to work on things that you have been working on, things you didn't understand. It will teach you things that the program feels that you're ready for. You're going to work on that on your own, and you're going to have at least one of those topics to cover each day. As the year goes by, it might be 2 topics a day, or we'll come up with some sort of number. Zoom, also important. That's where my office hours are. The link to get to my office hours is in Schoology. It's going to be in the very front folder so that you guys can see that information. For now, I'm having the hours vary. So I may have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday one set of time, and Tuesdays and Thursdays another set of times. I'm trying to see what works for you guys, what times you're going to come and see me. I'm required to have at least one morning session before noon and one afternoon session after 2 o'clock. So obviously right now I'm not going to be having them at 8 or 9 in the morning because most of you are still sleeping. So I'm trying to stick with around the 10 to 11 or 11 to 12 time frame for the mornings, and we'll see it works in the afternoons. Usually early afternoon seems to be okay so far. Later afternoons I have some family stuff I have to take care of, so I may not be able to do this so often, but we're going to see what times people need me the most, and I'll try to be there the most. Office hours are not mandatory. I think the first day of school I had a lot of people stopping by because they thought it was mandatory, but it's not. So it's only there if you have questions. So how does it work? You're going to watch the lesson video that I create. You'll attempt the assignment, and if you're confused and you have some problems, then show up at office hours and you can come see me, and I can help you through any of the questions that you have. So very few students take advantage of this. as evidenced in the spring. Here's a quick little clip of what my office hours looked like in the spring of last year.
Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. Ah, look at all the lonely people.
Ooh, it's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. 'Cause I got me for life.
Got me for life.
I'm not gonna make it alone. La 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 la. Do you think you're better off alone? Till now, I always got by on my own.
I ain't got nobody. Have you heard about the lonesome loser? He's a loser, but he still keeps on trying. I'm just a lonely boy, lonely and blue. I'm all alone with nothing to do.
So as you can see, not many people came by so far in the beginning of this school year. I've had quite a few people stopping by, but to give you a chance to ask whatever questions you have, and it's usually pretty quick. Ed Puzzle, that's another website that we'll be using. The day 2 assignment was to create a free account and watch one of the videos on there. So if you have not done so yet, if you go back onto the day 2 assignment, which is on 9/9, you can find the directions on how to create a free account. What that does is allows me to embed videos from that website directly into Schoology. That way you don't have to go into another website to find them, and it makes it a little bit easier to manage things. What I like about Edpuzzle is that I can ask you questions during the video. So I can cover a topic, see if you understand something, and then move on from there. I can also then see your responses. So if I'm asking what 2 plus 2 is and everybody in the class is saying 5, then obviously I need to go back and teach that material. It also allows me to see how much of a video you watched. So if you're one of those people like to click on the link, I press play, and then you skip it, I'll be able to see that. It also prevents me from having you skip ahead in the video because I want to make sure you're watching the entire thing. I like to edit video on the side. The majority of my lessons, those videos will be edited down, so I'm going to try and cut out all the stuff that's really useless and just focus on all the material that you want to see and not a lot of extra stuff. The last website is YouTube. All the videos that I make and I create, I post to YouTube, and then I embed them over in Edpuzzle. I will be providing a link to what my YouTube channel is so that you can just go there and you can see the videos without any of the questions or interruptions that are over in Edpuzzle. You can then skim through the videos, get to points, just things that you need. And again, that link will be in Schoology. And that's it. So if there's any other questions, you can send me a message over on Schoology or pop in to see me during my office hours. Take it easy.